G'day guys, in this video I'll be discussing openings on certain maps and what squads you can go depending on which map it is and where you want to fight. So in this Deb map I am choosing to go to the center, and because I'm going to the center, as UK I only have really one choice, the regular squad. The assault squad won't do too well in the center because of the range of shootout. It's pretty much in rifle range to be able to shoot to the other side. And the SMGs have to go down here and they may get shot up quite well, especially in the World at War mode, where regular squad will be viable, with the MG being able to damage SMGs coming closer, and also the automatic rifle able to damage SMGs coming closer, and also from a shootout range. So this is why the opening worked as UK. If I went as regular squad on the sides, it wouldn't be as effective, and I would have wasted a lot of MP because regulars do have an MP cost disadvantage due to the MG costing a lot. On the other hand, the elite marksman opening from Handzy, it may work versus with other nations such as USA, but you gotta be wary which nation you're buying the elite marksman for, because Italy does not have automatic elite marksmen. Fair enough, they're cheap, but they don't have the firepower to match it to a regular squad in the World at War mod. So that's why they will just lose out. They're good in some areas where you have support of other infantry, but on their own they can't have enough firepower. On the side flags, the two SMGs guarding the sides could have gone any way, but this opening I chose secured the center. In this second opening I go a regular squad once again, and I've chosen to go to the center again because it's probably the most worth it to do so. On the other end, Handzy has got a regular squad too. The difference is he's splitting his up to a few, and also because Italy cannot match the firepower of UK regular squads, they definitely need at least the same amount of numbers. Note also the positioning on this area is a bit strange. As you can see, they can get quite easily flanked by that Bren MG very soon, as you can see. But that's another story. Even though that didn't happen, the game was decided already in the center because I'm UK, he's Italy, his regular squads are weaker but cheaper. But you don't want to do a shootout with a better squad, and especially with less numbers. So that's why the opening was decided there. The side flags in this case were pretty much 50-50 depending who gets the grenade off. But a simple buy like that will change everything, depending on which nation you are. So you may say, Strat, no, Italy the shit, that's why the opening's working. Well, in this situation I'm going Italy, and you can see I've chosen not to go to the center, because I know my Italy squads can't face UK squads in a big shootout, and in the event he does send, it's USA squad, so it's even worse. USA does have more firepower in the shootout rifle range. So if I went there I would have been taken out. So you can see these ranges would have gone position, my assault squad would have been outshot. So I'm deciding to send my full assault squad to the right, to this area, where potentially there's going to be a close shootout, because these guys can't shoot at me till they get into this area, which is quite close. On the left side, because I went the assault squad, which is cheaper and obviously doesn't have as much firepower, I can go multiple flanks. I was able to buy more singles and make sure I dominate the eastern flag. So even if Handzy sent a few guys there, they would have been dominated by numbers. And right now, because the elite marksmen are in the center, my SMG could have done work. The good thing about the assault squad, it's flexible. As you can see, I can attack two flags with numbers where the enemy has firepower only on one. The elite marksman start is great though in shootout situations, but in this one I totally just avoided it. This is when the assault squad shines, even in an open map. Okay, just one more example. Italy again, I'm going the assault squad. Once again, I'm not going to the center because I know if the USA does send their squad to the center, I'm screwed. As Handzy's bought a regular squad, which pretty much in the World at War mod and a lot of other mods is got the biggest firepower in the game for opening, as USA. So I'm going to avoid that, go into the close range quarters here, and on the left send a lot of singles because I can, because the assault squad is cheap. I've got one guy guarding the spawn just in case something happens where he flanks me with some grenade. So sending one to the bridge just to flank a bit, but either way, even though I didn't do that fancy thing, just walking my troops there, having a shootout, well, I would have won because of the numbers, and because of the inflexibility of the regular squad, they're stuck in the center. So again, it would have been totally different if our assault squad went straight to the center. They would have get mowed down by the irregulars. This is why the opening works. Depending on what squad you have, you send them to different sides of the map. And also depending on what map, you will also choose where to go, because you don't want to obviously shoot out in long ranges with SMGs, and you want to shoot out with regulars or elite marksmen at long ranges. All openings can work, pretty much. You just got to decide which flag you go to. Just want to emphasize that, because even Handzy is really good at this game. It's just something simple that if he changed the opening by a little bit, the game would have been turned around basically. It's not Italy's crap, Italy's shit. It's about where you go on the map. Hope that helped. Hey guys, just forgot to mention a quick point on knowing your nation and knowing your enemy's nation, and it's particularly important in a World at War mod because there are so many nations. Firstly is just not getting into a shootout versus a superior type of troop. So let's say USA versus Hungary, I would never try fight off in a long range shootout with USA. I'll try avoid that as Hungary. Even same squads versus same squads, like Finnish assault squads versus UK assault squads, I would never try shoot out with a Finnish assault squad. I'll just use my numbers to be able to go for all 3 flags. More so in a 1v1 where there is 3 flags to fight across, I'd send pretty much most of them to all the flags that the Finnish aren't in and try to dominate that way. And obviously send a few scouts to all flags so you know where their main force is. Same with elite marksman versus elite marksman. This is where it's really important, because your elite marksman is already restricting your numbers, because elite marksmen are expensive and they don't allow you to get many singles. So going Germany elite marksman versus USA elite marksman is quite silly in my opinion, most of the time. So generally you want to open up with something else and try numbers to attack other flags, so don't go up against a USA elite marksman if your one is shit. So that's just another thing I want to get across. Hope that helped guys. Have fun in the mod.